So if you know what breaks your fast and know where they come from and why they break your fast, the other things that you may think that cross your mind that may are not listed here, they do not break your fast. So the list is very limited, so I'm going to go through them so you can really understand which ones are and which ones do not break your fast. And these are really important because there's different scenarios. So eating and drinking deliberately and intentionally during the daytime, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, eat and drink until the white thread of dawn becomes distinct to you from the black thread of night, then complete their fast until the sun sets. If someone did this by mistake, someone ate and drank out of forgetfulness, this does not impact his fasting, as the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever forgets when he is fasting and eats or drinks, let him complete his fast, for it is Allah who has fed him and given him something to drink. However, once he remembers, he must stop immediately. There's no difference whether it's mandatory or voluntary. Also, if you were to see someone eating or drinking during the fasting day out of forgetfulness, we need to remind them. We can't say, oh, Allah has given them food. No. If you see someone that's eating, you need to remind them and stop them from doing it. The scholars say that anything that enters your stomach, whether through your mouth or your nasal cavity, is considered to be eating and drinking, even if you swallow a pill or a stone. Likewise, what is considered to be nutrients. So if a person takes an IV of glucose or any substance that would suffice him from eating and drinking like sick people, this breaks the fast, as it is within the same means of fasting and the same job. Injections that do not provide any energy and you cannot use them to suffice you from eating and drinking have no impact on your fasting, such as injections of vaccine, injections that get your temperature down, whether these are IVs or taken in the muscles, there's no problem. Other substances like oil, the eyeliner or eye drops or ear drops, sometimes people say that when we apply the eye drops we find the taste in the throats, and likewise when we put ear drops, but these are normal passages to the stomach, so even if you find the taste of fasting is still valid. In terms of inhalers, they're usually taken by people who have asthma problems and is an issue of dispute, and scholars say that it has no impact on the fasting. This is because the amount of liquid or substance that enters your system is far less than what remains in your mouth after rinsing it and spitting the water out. This is not swallowing and it is rather inhaled, and it is a necessity, so it's not a form of eating or drinking, therefore there's no problem in using it. The second thing that invalidates your fasting is to vomit deliberately. Vomiting is to take whatever is in your stomach deliberately, either by inserting his finger in your throat, then this invalidates your fasting. If a person ate something bad or overate and while sitting he just has the urge to vomit and is uncontrollable, he cannot resist it. Once he vomits, there's no sin on him and he should continue to fast. The evidence backing this up is the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he says, whoever is overwhelmed by the urge to vomit does not have to make up that day, but whoever makes himself vomit deliberately, let him make it up. This hadith is a cornerstone for those who intentionally vomit. Intentional vomit invalidates the fasting. This is to let you know. So what I've covered today is about the eating and drinking things deliberately, different situations on if you eat unintentionally and intentionally, if you were to like food, nutrients and injections and stuff. I'll leave you here for manila. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Astaghfirullah.